Thesis: Nelson Mandela was a political prisoner who fought for equality in South Africa and later became the first black president. Throughout his journey of leadership, he has left a legacy on this world forever. Nelson Mandela was born on July 18, 1918. He had 9 sisters and 4 brothers. Nelson Mandela was the first in his family to receive a formal education. Mandela completed his primary studies at a local missionary school. There, a teacher dubbed him Nelson as part of a common practice of giving African students English names. He went on to attend the Clarkbury Boarding Institute in Hilltown and a Methodist secondary school, where he excelled in boxing and track as well as academics. In 1939, Mandela entered the elite University of Fort Hare, the only Western-style higher learning institute for South African blacks at all times. The following year, he and 7 other students, including his friend and future business partner, Oliver Tambo, were sent home for participating in a boycott against university policies. After learning that his guardian had arranged a marriage for him, Mandela fled to Johannesburg and worked first as a night watchman and then as a law clerk while completing his bachelor's degree by correspondence. He studied at law at the University of Witwatersrand, where he became involved in the movement against racial discrimination and forged key relations with black and white activists. In 1944, Mandela fellow part members, including Oliver Tambo, to establish a youth league, the ANCYL. In 1944, he had got married to his first wife and had a divorce in 1957. In 1948, after the election victory, Nelson Mandela's commitment got stronger to politics. Mandela helped lead the ANC's 1952 campaign for the defense of unjust laws. And also in 1952, Mandela and Tambo opened South Africa's first black law firm. The black law firm offered free or low-cost legal counsel to those affected by apartheid legislation. On December 5, 1956, Mandela and 155 other activists were arrested and went to trial for treason. The next year, police opened fire on peaceful black protesters in the township of Sharpeville, killing 69 people. As panic, anger, and riots swept the country in the massacres aftermath, the apartheid government banned both the ANC and the PSC. In 1961, Nelson Mandela was the first leader of MK, also known as Spirit Nations. Several years later, during trial that would put him behind bars for nearly 3 decades, he described the reasoning for this radical departure from his party is original tense. In January 1962, Mandela traveled abroad illegally to attend a conference of African nationalist leaders in Ethiopia. On August 5th, shortly after his return, he was arrested and had got sentenced for 5 years in prison for leaving the country and inciting a 1961 worker strike. Nelson Mandela spent the first 18 of his 27 years in jail at the brutal Robbins Island prison, a former leper colony off the coast of Cape Town, where he was confined to a small cell without a bed or plumbing and compelled to do hard labor in a lime quarry. He was only allowed to see his wife, Winnie Mandela, who had married in 1958 and was the mother of his 2 young daughters, once every 6 months. In 1980, Oliver Tambo introduced a Free Nelson Mandela campaign that made the jail leader a household name and fueled the growing international outcry against South African race rigging. In 1982, Mandela was moved to Pollsmoor prison on the mainland, and in 1988 he was placed under house arrest on the grounds of a minimum security correctional faculty. The following year, newly elected President F.W. de Klerk lifted the ban on the ANC and called for a non-race South Africa, breaking with the Conservatives and Party. On February 11, 1990, he ordered Mandela's release. As president, Mandela established the Truth and Reconciliation Commission to investigate human rights and political violations committed by both supporters and opponents of apartheid between 1960 and 1964. In 1996, Mandela presided over the enactment of a new South African constitution, which established a strong central government based on majority rules and prohibited discrimination against minorities, including whites. On his 80th birthday in 1998, Mandela wed the politician on human rights Grace Mitchell, widow of a former president of Mozambique. His marriage to Whitney had ended in divorce in 1992. The following year, he had retired from politics at the end of his first term as president and was succeeded by his deputy, Tambo Mbeki, of the ANC. In 2002, Mandela became a vocal advocate of AIDS awareness and treatment programs in a culture where the epidemic had been cloaked in stigma and ignorance. The disease later claimed the life of his son, Magako, and is believed to affect more people in South Africa than in any other country. Treated from prostate cancer in 2001 and weakened by other health issues, Mandela grew increasingly frail in his latest years and scaled back his schedule of public appearance. Nelson Mandela was awarded the World Children's Prize 2005 and elected the WCP Dedicated Child Rights Hero 2009 for his lifelong struggles to free the children of South Africa from apartheid and for his unwavering support for their rights. In 2009, the United Nations declared July 18th Nelson Mandela International Day in recognition of the South African leaders' contribution to democracy, freedom, peace, and human rights around the world. Nelson Mandela died on December 5th, 2013 from recurring lung infection.